the Optimus 2012 block party. We are now ready to announce our special guest. This gentleman has been in the entertainment industry for years. He has performed, he's actually native of Shaker Heights, Ohio. He's performed in many venues across the country, including Mr. Kelly's in Second City here in Chicago. He's been in many, many, many famous movies, including Anchorman, Best of Show, and most recently has been subject to a few transgressions in an adult movie theater. Ladies and gentlemen, Willard!
Just a quiet little party, thanks. Thanks for coming. It is a quiet time in Chicago. I was just in, luckily Tom Duff asked me to come. I was just in Cleveland. I was doing a movie there. You're from Cleveland? It's not quite Chicago, but it's a lot of fun. I grew up here. You want to talk about the Cubs? The Indians have not won a World Series since 1948. That's a whole other story. Growing up in Cleveland, I used to play with a BB gun with my buddies. And my mother used to say, "You're going to put out somebody's eye with that BB gun." And I said, in all fairness to me, I never put out anyone's eye with a BB gun. But in all fairness to my mother, I've never been really happy either. And I had a friend who called me from back home last year. He said, "Fred, you're doing great out in Hollywood." I said, "No, it's a struggle all the time." And he says, "I'm going nowhere." So next thing I know, he left his home. He quit his job. He went to Asia. He climbed the Himalayas to talk to a 100-year-old guru. And he says, "Father, when will I find fulfillment? When will I find happiness in this world as we know it today?" And the guru said, "You won't be completely happy till you put out somebody's eye with a BB gun." But I got to go to Cleveland. I got to see my mom. Shaker Heights. My mom, 90 years old, still doesn't need glasses.
Keep it going.
She drinks right from the bottle. All right. I had an uncle who had a problem. He was a doctor, and he was accused of having romantic and even sexual relations with some of his patients, and he almost lost his license as a shame. He was one of the finest veterinarians in Ohio. One of the finest veterinarians. I don't know the crowd down there. Did Tom Duff mention my recent transgression? Good Lord.
Do it! You're set up!
Listen, I thought these adult theaters were gone. And I saw, are there any here? I don't know. I thought they were gone. Yeah? I'll talk to you later. So I thought it had a Polynesian flavor. I thought there'd be Mai Tais and hula girls. But I'll tell you, I think I've always been attracted to places that have a naughty reputation and wild women and where anything can happen. That's kind of the same reason I like Chicago. But I don't know. When I was younger, when these adult movies were popular, I used to go with my buddies and we'd have a drink or two and talk back to the screen. I went with a girlfriend a couple of times. I took my wife once to an adult theater. That was a mistake. She says, "I don't understand the plot." I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "Well, why would a little girl looking for her puppy knock on a door and in 1 minute be naked in the house?" I said, "Look, yeah, it's like a sequel. You got to follow that." Incidentally, I got a commendation for supporting small businesses. So I'm trying to keep the small businessman happy. And then Tom asked me, he said, "What is an adult movie like?" I said, well, Tom, in an adult movie, they're good-looking guys, good-looking girls. They say strange things. They do strange things. And when it's over, you say, that wouldn't have happened in real life. And he said, oh, it's just like a TV commercial. Please, I want to get serious for a minute. The reason I am here is to read this commendation it is a formal tribute to commercials. To all the brave men and women who selflessly devote their lives to creating TV commercials that are sometimes better than the shows they support. Yet why do we fast forward through them? I hereby vow that I will never again fast forward through a commercial unless it shows more than 3 times in 1/2 hour. All right. I hate to bring a somber moment. Thank you for being serious with me for a moment. I have a movie playing here, with Morgan Freeman. It's called The Magic of Belle Isle, a wonderful movie. Morgan Freeman, very quiet man. I didn't know what to say to him. Finally, I said, Morgan, do you still have a jazz club in Mississippi? He says, indeed I do. I said, I just bought a CD of Smiley Lewis. Anyone remember Smiley Lewis? I said, I hear you knocking. He said, but you can't come in. So then we were friends, me and Morgan Freeman. So listen, support the movie. I don't know how many of you watched Trust Us With Your Life. Jonathan Mangum on that said, Fred, if more people watch our show, you won't have to go out and do these stupid publicity stunts. Well, let me sum up. Best in show, thank you. Let me sum up. I'm still getting money from that, that's all right. Thank you. I want to get serious for a minute. Thank you so much for being out here. I'm trying to be funny and I'm trying to, but you're great people. Thanks. I've had a lot of great experiences in Chicago. I spent a year at Second City. This means a lot to me. Let me sum up my night in the movie theater, the adult theater. A strange theater, boring movies, not half as much fun as being here in Chicago. And the morning after, I said, I made such a big mistake walking into that theater that night. It would have been better if I hadn't been there. But trust me, I will not say that tomorrow morning about being here tonight. Thank you so much. Are you going to have some fun? That's all I want to know. Loosen your ties. Loosen up and have some fun. Have a great night. Wonderful.
Everybody, Fred's going to be wandering around in the crowd. Everybody wants pictures. He'll be kind of coming out there with everybody.
Happy birthday, Tom!
Willard!
Thank you very much, guys.